Hi, welcome to another new video. So in today's video, we'll be talking about the Schmincke Aquarelle limited edition super granulation colors, and then the series that we are looking at. I'm just going to talk about one color, but they just came out with a new series and it's called the Haze series. And this is limited to, I would say, exclusive to Jackson's art. So I got this in December, and it comes in a 5x5mm box like this. So it reveals to 5 mils, 5 tubes of 5mm paints. And today I'm going to talk about one color. So the first color, the color that I will be talking about is Haze Brown. So Haze Brown contains two pigments, PBR7, PBK11, and PBR7 is supposed to be green umber. When I was just going through the Schmincke range of colors, I believe they only use colors that are existing. So I believe that the PBR7 is probably green umber because it's granulating, and the color looks rather similar. And the PBK11, they only have one, and it is masked black. So when you combine it, I must say that mine is a little bit too brown. Yeah, but I think you have to kind of get the proportion right. They may have more black. Yeah, so if you're mixing your own, just have to try to mix it at different proportion and see which one actually works. So this color is supposed to be semi-transparent. It is has excellent light fastness with 5 stars, and it's semi-staining, I think. Oh, I haven't done the staining test. Okay, and it's granulating, of course, right? With regards to the transparency, this is the first line is before paint, and this is after I line it, after I paint it. So you can actually see a slight loss of that, some being covered, some of the colors being somewhat overlaid over. It's quite transparent because you can actually still, I actually use quite a lot of paint over here, and I could still see the paper texture and the lines that's underneath. So for the water, the paint in water test, you can see the huge, the bigger, larger black particles, which are from masked black, and then it's surrounded by that diffuse green umber, smaller particles that just goes like spreads around. And the water in paint test, you could also see the same thing, where the particles are quite big. So when you introduce water to it, it would push it off, and then you will see this black flow and this cauliflower effect. And of course, can you see these really big black particles? So that's kind of you will actually see this in the gradient test, where there are like big black particles distributed around. I've not done the staining. Let me just try to scrub it out to see if it's semi-staining. So I'm just going to use this, and I'm just going to dab it off. Not sure if that works. Okay, so as you can see, I'm going to scrub it a few times, maybe 2 times, and see if that actually works. And I'm just going to dab it off. So yes, it's quite staining, I must say. Can't really get much of that color out. And of course, in the gradient test, you could see like the bigger particles settling up, and then it goes down following the flow of water. And then for the similar colors, I picked out 4 from the 4 different brands: Schmincke, Daniel Smith, Holbein, and M. Graham Holmes, because I have the colors. For Schmincke, I think if you look at all the colors, you will find very similar ones, and they are mainly sepias. But this I would say is like a granulating sepia. So if you want a sepia with granulation, the Haze Brown is a color that you can go for. If you notice, the Schmincke Sepia Brown is the shade is pretty close, but for the other sepias, they are kind of less. They're more red, and I wouldn't say they are like exactly the same, but this is pretty like very much the closest I can get. And when we look at the mixtures, I just concluded, like the conclusion from this whole mixing of the 12 colors is that it actually dulls the colors, and it makes it like it desaturates the color. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the dusk, DURSK. where they actually made like really dark versions of the bright colors. So you can make your own series of dark colors using this Haze Brown, as you can see from here. These are pretty nice. Like if you really are looking for that muted colors, this is something that you can go for. And if you go to the middle like of the range, I would find these are actually quite nice, like especially the blues, like in the middle. This is actually quite nice. So if you get an equal proportion or like probably more of that color, you get all these really muted colors. So if you love muted colors, you like to use it in a painting, this is something that you could do. You could actually mix it, or you could actually glaze it over the vibrant colors. Other than just using it as a shadow color, alternatively, you could also use it for rocks, for trees, vegetation, stuff like that, because brown, and because of the natural or the granulation that you're already getting with the color, there isn't a need for you to actually introduce or try to put in more texture. So imagine this, let's say on a rock surface. I think this looks really nice. So that's something that you can do with this color. So let's see how we can use this in a drawing. So in this painting, I actually did like a street scene. It's in fact a what do you call that? A shop front drawing, but I included the whole street as well, so it ended up looking at a street scene. So I used most of the browns like here, over here, and also in the shadow area. So I think it looks really nice, to use on top of your vibrant colors. If you want to introduce some kind of like a, put in the shadows, and you don't want to use blue or purple, you just want something that is like a kind of granulating and hazy, that's why it's called haze color. You can actually use the Haze Brown, and it should look quite hazy. But of course, if you use too much of it, it might look like mud, so try not to use too much of it. Yeah, so this is what I have to say for Haze Brown. Will I get it? No, I don't think I'll get it, because I think it's very easily mixable. You can just get like a brown, you can, a lot of Primatech colors might have the same. I haven't actually tried on the Primatech colors. I should actually, to see if there's any similarities. Yeah, but I don't think I'll get it, because you could just get a mask black and you can add it to a lot of browns, and you could actually get something like that. So yeah, okay. So but anyhow, if you like a sepia, if you use a lot of sepia and you like to have a granulating version, this is something that you can try. So yeah, I will be reviewing more of these haze colors, and of course I got my hands on the volcano, desert, and Shire colors as well, and of course I will be looking at them color by color, so that you guys can see the colors in use, and how I have tested it, and you see whether it's suitable for your own use. So yeah, do stay tuned for more of these watercolor review videos, and I will see you in the next week. All right, bye bye.